tune in. So that'll be great.
Cool.
I'm as excited as a fat kid at a buffet line on Valentine's Day. I I made that up one day because if you notice when you go to restaurants on Valentine's Day, that's the busiest day of the year for restaurants. So imagine this fat kid pushing people out the way. My food, my food.
Sounds like something I would do.
Oh, that's funny right there. I could see you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
In the name of Theoterran.
Yeah. Move, I'm hungry.
It's like you grabbing food and telling people about Jesus on the way to the food line.
Hey, would you like to meet Jesus right now? If so, continue to stand in my way. If not,
So
move.
yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna find something to read this to you. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this. I hope I can find this post I posted the other day. Uh, let's see.
It might be gone now if you posted it the other day.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can search back. Let's see. What was the name of it? How's everybody doing? Everybody, if anybody's in, no, nobody's in here yet. But everybody share this once you get in here. Share this. Tell your grandma, your auntie, your uncle. We are live in color. All right, let's see. Let me make sure my video is turned on for my personal page. Okay. Come on, Facebook. I've got the Facebook app for the computer you can download. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It's slow. It's doing like the government not wanting to work.
That sounds about right.
We know how they don't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm. I blame Union City.
Yeah, there you go. That's who we need to blame right there. That's the perfect one to blame. Yeah, there you go. That's who we need. Whoa. Okay. Perfect. Now, all right. Let's see.
I don't even remember what you were looking for.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this story I was going to read you, but I can't. I can't seem
Oh,
to.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was this story, and I posted it on my thing, but I doubt I'm going to be able to find it. You know what? Oh, let's see. Let's go here. There's this website I go to that's really cool. Let's see. There it is. There's a website. Everybody share this live. Share this live. Let's get some people. Got 0 right now. Usually I get about anywhere 6 to 10 people. The most I've ever had, close to 20 one night, which was awesome. If I get 20 this night, I'm gonna shake everybody's hand and thank them.
Nice.
All right. All right. Let's see. Christmas joke. This is episode number 59. Oh, we got one person watching. Great.
Oh, cool.
Episode number 59. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. I shared it, so hopefully it will. It's so weird. Like Facebook's algorithm doesn't really, um, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't like it when you share stuff, so it's hard to get people to see it.
Yes. Yes. And it's so stupid, you know, the way their thing works. Because I've got over 1,000 people that follow my page, and you would think out of those 1,000 people, more than just 10 people every single week would see that I'm live and come in, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't. And it's because they're stupid algorithm and they got everything so,
Yeah.
restricted. It's just dumb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's frustrating. It's because they
And
pay for everything.
oh yes, and I'm not giving them a cent. Now Now, I may end up. I mean, now I will say this: I may end up eventually doing like buying the sponsored ads and stuff. I've
Mhm.
done that before. But as far as giving them a cent to get viewers in my live, no, I ain't gonna roll like that.
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe this.
Yeah, like the advertising thing is, it helps, but the other stuff is just, yeah, not worth it. I
Yeah. Um.
feel like it just encourages them to keep doing it.
Yes. All right. Let me tag some people. You know what? I'm gonna send this out to people in Messenger. All right. Let me go to Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries Facebook. So everything's been going good with you?
Yeah, for the most part, it's been really crazy. I mean, just random things happening, but then God kind of like fixes it. So it's
That's
been,
awesome.
yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth craziness.
Uh, I can attest to that. I've been through that. Let's see. All right. I'll make sure I've sent this to several people.
How
All
about for
right.
you? How's everything kind of been lately?
It's good and some sort of bad. Like
Ugh,
the economy sucks, if I'm just real with it.
yep.
And the economy sucks. We're feeling the effects where I work at. I work at a Mack truck dealership, and we're feeling the effects. Like our labor rate went up to an astronomical price, and just to work because we sell new Mack trucks and then we service them for
Mhm.
customers. And so our labor rate went up because of bad economy. And your average redneck, your average truck driver can't afford to get the truck serviced. So it's been dead on a bag of hammers with that. And
Jeez.
then, and it, like, I don't even think a single customer truck rolled in today. And used to, we'd have them lined up at the door when we get there at 7 o'clock. They'd be waiting to come in. And then I watched today, the world news was talking about that shipping port being
Mhm.
shut down all across the coast. And which, if in my opinion, this is just my opinion because I'm huge on everything American made. That's like these shorts I got on are American made. Of course,
Right.
this hat and this shirt's not. But I got a lot of stuff that's American made. And when these ports shut down, I'm like, well, maybe to get people to start investing in America again instead of worrying about China and all that bad stuff they send us. But then I also think about it the other way too, is it affects where I work at because these Mack trucks, even though they're built in the USA, they still have a lot of foreign parts that come on these trucks.
Yeah.
And they got some American parts made in California, but then a lot of it comes from China, Germany. There's different countries that makes the parts for these trucks. And so now with these people on strike, I was told today it was $5 million a day the United States is expected to lose because of this. And so that's going to affect where I work at, us getting parts for customers and that kind of thing. And it's going to be bad.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be, I mean, depending on how long it lasts, I mean,
Yes,
I guess we'll see. I know our government's not going to do anything about it right now because the current administration doesn't care about it.
that's right.
So
Exactly. Yeah, that, and I can't wait till we get. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell people. I don't care who is it. I hope Trump gets it. Uh, if he don't get it, I think we're gonna be in a world of hurt. That's just my opinion. And I know he ain't the best thing out there. I can promise you that. But
yeah.
I think he's way better than the alternative.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the alternative, she's just going to kill us all probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared it's gonna be World War III, and then we're gonna be dependent on the government and that kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
don't know. I just pray that the right thing happens, the right thing, the right person gets the job.
Right. Well, and ultimately like it doesn't really matter who ends up getting it, whether it's either one of them or somebody else. Like, who knows? Somebody could come out of the blue, you know?
That's
But
right.
ultimately God is in control of it. So whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen, you know?
That's right.
So I either way, I don't care. I'm on the winning team.
Hey, hey, you on the best team it is, Team JC, Team Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, so whatever happens in this world, I don't really care. I mean, yeah, it affects us, but you know, God has always provided for me my whole life. So even though things have been hard, it's like he still has provided all of my needs. So it'll be fine. It'll be all right. I mean, regardless of what happens, you know,
That's right.
at least try to look
So
at it that way.
yes, a positive outlook, positive thoughts equal positive results.
Yeah.
So tell everybody who you are and tell everybody about your music and how it got started and you and David and
All right. Well, music in general or Theoterran?
both.
Both. Okay. Well, I'm Monica Soe. And Theoterran, I'm Eos is my undercover secret name. um, but basically, I got started. Well, I've been singing since I was probably younger than 10. Yeah. And I've kind of always wanted to be, I think it was about 10 years old or so whenever um I was like, "Oh, I wanna be like Amy Lee," I wanna sing, stuff like that, so I've been working on that for a long time, and then I started a band, when was that? 2020? And it was a metal band. It didn't really work out because I could never get members, and then, yeah, I just decided to just shut that down, and then I met David in 2021. Was it 21? No, that was when we released the song. I met him before that. Um, and we met on Facebook and we became friends pretty much right away. And he asked me to be on a song. And I was like, oh, I like this song. So cool, let's do it. So that was Captivate My Heart. And
Oh, I love that song.
yeah, the Pataconi song. And
Yes.
then in 2022, his label that I'm on now, they flew me. I was living in Arkansas, or no, I was in North Carolina, and they flew me up here to Indiana to play at KCF with David. And everyone liked it, and we were just kind of like, okay, cool, let's do another feature song, and which is War Cry, and it ended up being a completely different band. So that's kind of how Theoterran started. It started as a, hey, let's do another song together, and then it turned into a, actually, this is going to be a whole new project. So yeah.
That's cool. All right, so I'm going to post your Facebook, Theoterran's Facebook. Y'all go. Let's see. Oh, am I with? I love that style of music. I love because I listen to Christian rock more than anything. Christian rap's my second, and then Christian worship music's way down there at the bottom. But I love my Christian rock music. I play it religiously. I help Jason with the radio station, and I just jam it all the time. And then David's music, and then y'all's music, like it just takes me back to the '80s. It takes me back to like skating rinks and like bowling alleys and just the '80s style in general. And I can play that. I love them kind of neon colors and stuff. It just pops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. And it's funny because, like, that you say 80s because that's where the cyberpunk genre kind of came from. I think it was who was it? Gosh, what is his name? I have to Google it now. Um, I think he's the guy that wrote Neuromancer. Yeah, William Gibson. Um, I think either him or somebody right before him kind of started the cyberpunk, genre. And so he wrote some cyberpunk books. He wrote was it Johnny Mnemonic, and they made a movie into it. I think that's what it was. I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Awesome. Johnny
Yeah.
Mnemonic.
Yeah. It was written by him. Keanu Reeves is in it.
Oh, cool. If he's in it, you know it's good.
Yeah. I actually we watched it when was that? About a month and a half ago. Yeah, for the first time, and it's kind of, it's very uh it's got some corny stuff in it cuz it's an old movie, but
Uh,
it's pretty good. And then you can kind of see where cyberpunk's at now. You can see like in that movie it kind of shows like, oh, that's where they got that terminology from, and that's where they got that from cuz it was in his books.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and that was in, let's see, he wrote that in, what year was that? Was it 1983? Um, Let me Google it, cyberpunk. Oh, I can't type today.
That's all right.
1982. Okay, so somebody named Bruce Bethke, I think is how you say his name. He wrote a story about that kind of started the cyberpunk thing in 1982. And then it was Gibson that kind of piggybacked off of that, I believe.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
Yeah,
Hey, Orlando.
hello.
Hey,
Hey.
Billy Bob Otto. Hello to Billy Bob. And hey, she's
Hey, everyone.
Italian.
I
She's
am.
got the perfect Italian voice.
Hey, yeah. What are you doing?
I just love that. I love that accent. Are you so are you like 100% Italian?
Not 100%. But like, oh, I did a DNA test. I'm roughly like, if you add together Italy and like the Balkan region, um, which is like Greece, Ukraine area. I think, what did I calculate it? It's like close to 60% or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you know pasta and that kind of stuff then.
Hey, pasta. Oh, get
That's
some
awesome.
gnocchi.
Man, I need what I really need right now. I need me a real Italian pizza made by one of those Italian chefs named Federico or something. The guy just walks up and makes the best pizza in the world. That's what I need right now.
Yeah. Or someone like Tony, eh?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the perfect Italian name right there.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody share this is watching. Let's get more than 3 people in here. We got one person watching on my personal page. Oh, now we got 4.
Yeah,
So
come on. What are
everybody,
you doing?
yeah, what are you doing? Like if you want to be cool, be in the cool kids group. Like you need to get 20 people in here. Tag everybody in the comment section,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
come on.
and let us know if you're watching. I don't know if my friend Scott Sessions is watching. I hope he's watching. Let me tag some people.
I don't think it always says who's watching either, because um
No, I wish it did. It used to show, like it used to show in the little bubble, and of course, since I'm using StreamYard, it's obviously not going to show. It shows
mhm.
me there's 5 people watching, It shows two lights, which is really cool. So one of those lights is Orlando, and the other one's probably David. I think he was said he was going to come in here. And
Or it's me.
yeah, yeah. Let me tag. Let me make sure David sees this. I'm going to tag a whole bunch of people. I'm a social media nerd. I can tag a lot of people.
You could do the at followers thing. That
There he
everybody
is. Look at there. I look. I spoke it into existence. There he is.
Hey, fratello.
Man, that is, look, out of all my guests, he is in my cool list of guests that's been on this show, and he's been on 2 or 3 times, and I've always enjoyed it when he comes on.
Yeah.
And we praying for you, David. I hate you dealing with all that nasty cancer word,
The C word.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that word. And if you want to, David, post your link in there for your GoFundMe. And if anybody wants to donate to help David out, beat that horrible disease, anything can help him and his family.
Yeah.
Grassy.
Pray for good news on
And
it.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this. God is the ultimate healer, the ultimate provider. So David knows this. I don't know if you do, but Striper is my favorite band of all time. And I finally got to see him in concert. There it is. Thank you. Y'all donate to that link. Click that link after the show's over and donate, whether it's $5, $10, it don't matter. If you want to donate more than that, that's great. But
Yeah.
anything will help him because he's been out of work and just medical bills but anything y'all can do to help my friend there, please do.
Mm-hmm.
Prayers are the biggest thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I finally got to see Striper in concert last year. Hey Tony, speaking of Tony, hey Tony, look. So Tony runs this business called Music Crush Monday. It's the patriotic colors. I love patriotic. So Tony has a Facebook page called Music Crush Monday, and every Monday he gets whether it's a country artist or a Christian artist, if they play acoustic music, he gets them to go live and take over his Facebook page on Music Crush Monday, and they'll play music, original music, and then they'll do some covers in front of an audience. So if any of y'all, you or David, if y'all know how to play acoustic guitar, Tony would love y'all on his show.
I do not.
All right. I ain't no guitar picker either.
Yeah.
So back to Striper. So Striper, I met them last year and I was so excited. Like I nerded out. I was like, oh, it's Michael Sweet. It's the lead singer, I was like a kid getting a Hot Wheels for his birthday. I was all giddy up and and then I got to meet him and his brother Robert Sweet, the drummer, Perry Richardson, the bass player, and then of course Oz Fox, the guitarist. And so that was a super cool experience. So have you ever listened to Striper?
I think I've heard a few songs, but I don't listen to them if that makes sense. But
Okay.
also there's a lot of things that, kind of I've heard some songs but I don't listen to them. I don't know. I'm weird.
Okay, that's all right. So for those that's listening that don't know who they are, they're a Christian 80s metal band. They started in 1978, I believe it was. Is it 78 or 81? And they was a band known as Rock's Regime, and Metallica opened for them in 1981. That tells you how big of a deal these guys are. Well, they ended up changing the name to Striper. And the reason why they changed the name is this verse here that's on my card. And I pass these cards out to people. It's got a keychain with it. And this is the keychain. It's called Cross in My Pocket.
Oh.
And these are anodized aluminum, which is cool. And it says God loves you on the front. And it's got a dove on the bottom of it. On the back, you can't read it because it's going to wore off the back of this one because I use it so much. But on the back, it says Isaiah 53:5 King James, where they stamp it on there. And so it's a company called Agora that makes these. And so thank you, Tony. And so Stryper uses this verse, Isaiah 53:5, King James. It says, "But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we're healed." So you can take that verse, David, to the bank and know that you're going to be healed. You just got to trust God and let him handle it.
Yep.
That is the ultimate. I love that verse. It just speaks volumes because no matter what you're going through in life, you can look at that verse and know that God's got you.
Yeah. That's cool.
David says, "Amen." So, uh, tell your story of when you got saved.
Well, I don't really have a specific when, I guess, because I kind
That's
of like,
cool.
yeah, I kind of grew up, you know, my mom had gotten saved at, what did she tell me? When she was 19, I think. And then she didn't have me till she was like 38. So she's, she had been a Christian that whole time. And so I was kind of raised into it. And I've always believed that. And actually, um Jesus got me through a lot of things in my life. So I mean, we can get into all that if you want, but
That's cool. If you want to, it's up to you.
yeah, just I guess basically, well, you said I was gonna share my testimony, I guess. So
If you want to, that's up to
yeah.
you. If you got a Bible topic, whatever you want to do.
Well, I guess I'll kind of start with that. Or I guess I'll start it with, so I don't I well, I used to not talk about it a lot because, it's kind of like you don't want to relive bad things that have happened,
Uh-huh.
Um, but it's a really long story, but basically when I was born, my mom for some reason her and my dad split up, and basically I was born in California, and basically she moved me out of there when I was like 5, and she decided a few years later that I needed a dad, and instead of calling my dad, she decided to marry a creep that he was very abusive. He used to throw me around, and he poisoned me a few times. All kinds of things. He would scream at me for no reason. Um, yeah, it was it's kind of hard to talk about it, but it
That's all
was
right.
it was really rough. It's And the reason I say hard to talk about is because it's not necessarily like I don't want to. It's just the fact that like
It's not
it,
easy.
it's not easy because I don't. It's like hard to kind of dig through my brain um,
Sure.
for specific scenarios, memories, things that happened. Um, but it but basically, I think, oh, how old was I? It was around when we were moving out of California, and um, I saw angels and stuff a lot, and God spoke through me to my mom before, and and I've from as long as I can remember, I've always believed that Jesus, um, he's God's only son, and that he died on the cross for our sins, and well, he was beaten and died. And then he rose again 3 days later, and he's alive today. And I've always believed that from ever since I can remember. And so it's like I always knew, like, no matter what I was going through, I always knew deep down that I had Jesus and he was taking care of me, because there were times where, like, at one point I was always kind of a crafty person, and I'm kind of like good at learning new things and all that. So I had learned how to install locks on doors. So my mom and I had gone to like Lowe's or something one day, and I ended up having to install a lock on like a deadbolt on my bedroom to keep her now ex to keep him out, you know. Uh,
Hmm.
so there was like a lot of times where I would, I had to lock my room um, whenever I'd leave the house because like go to school and stuff, because I didn't want him to go in there and mess with anything. I'd lock myself in when I got home. At one point, I would keep, food and stuff in my room so that he wouldn't poison it. Um, so it was hard, but even though I didn't have a dad at the time, I feel like Jesus raised me, like he was always there for me. Like I never went hungry. I always had a roof over my head. Um sorry, I didn't think I was going to cry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. That's fine. That's don't bother me one bit. You keep
But
you whatever you want to say.
yeah, but that's just an example of things. But yeah, like he was always there for me, and there are so many times in my life that I could have died, but I didn't. And it's because I he kept me alive for a reason, like I'm here for a reason. And so now that's honestly that's why I'm doing music. That's why I'm on stage, is because I want people to know like, hey, I've been through literal hell, and Jesus was always there for me. God was always there for me to take care of me and provide for me and basically raise me, you know. um so and they didn't, I mean, this went on for most of my life, like they didn't get divorced until I was like, how old was I? 15-ish is whenever they started their divorce. And they had been together since I was like 6. So it was like about 11, yeah, almost 10, almost 11 years worth of that. So,
Wow.
yeah, and at the whole time, basically my mom, I think it was when I was around 11, um, for some reason, my mom decided to just give up on being a mom, and she just laid in bed all day, and I just kinda had to raise myself. I just kind of had to fend for myself, um, throughout my whole teenage years. So, but, I survived, and, my faith got really strong during that time, and I think that, a lot of people will say things like, "Oh, well, if God is so good, then why do good people go through these bad things?" And it's like, well, it's not that God is making these people go through these things. It's just the world that we live in is run by Satan, and there's bad people in this world and bad situations. And sometimes God allows you to go through those things because he's using those bad situations to bring you closer to him, because he's trying to show you that he can take care of you. He can fix all of these problems if you just go to him. So, and I think that's,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
And now,
deep.
and now here I am, like I'm 32. I met my biological dad for the first time actually this year in person. He drove from California to KCF to come watch us play. And
Wow.
yeah. So, and it turns out he's a Christian, and
Wow.
yeah, and even though he didn't raise me, like we're really similar. Like just the way we talk and how like
That's so
we
cool.
are. Yeah. Um Same views and everything, and it's just that confirmed for me that it's like, okay, Jesus was raising me because there's no way, like, I would be so similar to my dad that I didn't know for 30 years, you know? So, yeah, it's crazy. So, And I'm married to the best man ever, you know. My husband is awesome. I mean, he's really good to me, and even though like I've gone through other abuse with exes and stuff like that as well, um it's like even though I've been through all of these things and I've never ever questioned my faith in God. And now my life is like a complete 180. It's like, yeah, I mean, we struggle with finances and stuff because the economy is terrible.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and
feel you there.
yeah, and we bought a house that is really old, so like things keep breaking and whatever, but that's nothing compared to what I had gone through previously, you know? And so, and now I can say, hey, like my faith is really strong. I mean, everything we pray for is pretty much being answered. And in just the craziest ways. I mean, it's insane.
That's awesome. That
So yeah,
just goes to show you that God provides in the storms. I mean, look at Job, the book of Job. We did him recently on one of my shows, and Job lost everything. And then his dumb wife told him, "Oh, you don't need to be having faith in God. You need to curse God." He said, sister, I ain't doing that."
yeah.
And so, because he kept the faith, I mean, he lost everything, and then he got more than he had before. So,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and so and that's why, you know, even if it's hard for me to talk about, like, I'm gonna talk about it because somebody needs to hear that, you know? Somebody needs to know that whoever it is, you know, like, whatever you're going through, if you kind of know God, you don't know him at all, like, whatever, you know, like, the you're you feel like you're stuck in this mess and, like, you can't catch a break, you can't get out. And it's like, if you just turn to Jesus and just trust him, you know, and give your life to him, he will start changing things. And it's not going to always be the way that you want it to be because our plans are not his plans. But he will change everything and for better, you know. And like I said, he'll let you go through hard things because he wants you to depend on him. He wants you to come to him. He wants you to ask him for help and to learn how to trust him.
everything happens for a reason. I've always told that to people. I've been saying that for quite a while. And everything, I've seen so many things unveil in front of my eyes. I'd be stupid not to believe in God.
Yeah. Same.
You know, I mean, if all this stuff that I've seen, and I could give you dozens of stories of what God's done for me, and I've personal witness, or however you want to put it, of it actually happened. Like, you might as well put a stupid sign over my forehead, but it'd be neon, because if I, so it's just too much evidence there.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
Da-
right.
David says, "Amen." I mean, like, so here's a story. So I've shared this story hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, probably 1,000 times, because this is episode 60, and I've probably shared this a lot. But and I may be telling some of it not 100% accurate, because my dad was the one that went through it. But he had a heart attack several years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago. He had a widowmaker, which is the worst one you can have. And so I live in Alabama, and he was working out, living part time down there in Texas, and driving across the border to work with the Cajuns over on the river in Louisiana.
Mm.
And he was working at a chemical plant. And so he was off one day. He was getting a massage at a massage parlor. And he told the massage lady, he said, "Hey, I don't feel good. I got to go." So he gets all this stuff and leaves and goes to whatever the name of that hospital was down there. And he calls his friend Harold and says, "Harold," he said, "come meet me at so and so hospital." And so my dad checked himself in. And when Harold got there 5 minutes later, he had had a the Widowmaker, the worst heart attack in the world, right in front of the nurses. He was slumped over in front of the nurses. And so the foreign doctor that saved my dad, I never caught the guy's name, but my oldest brother Maury was the first one there. And that foreign doctor told Maury, so my dad's heart was beating at 10%. And a normal person's heart is beating at 72%. If it beats more than that, that's not good. If it beats any less than that, that's not good.
Huh.
And so his was beating at 10%. And so the foreign doctor that saved him told Maury, he said, well, we always do the surgery on the right side. But he said he felt God told him to go in and do the surgery on the left side. And usually when you think these doctors from other countries, usually they're not believers, but this guy was apparently.
Yeah.
And which is super awesome that he was a believer in Jesus. And so he went in and did the surgery on the left side, and that's where the blockage was. And it turns out my dad's right artery was born on his left side, and his left artery was born his right side.
Oh my gosh.
And they said that's not the rarest thing they've ever seen, but it's up there in the rare category. And
Wow.
so the next day, by a miracle from God, his heart went from 10% to 45%. And I was on Facebook and I was tagging him in a post because, we like this, we do everything together. And I tagged him in a post, and some lady, I don't know who she was, but some lady that he knows is on his friends list. She commented out of all these hundreds and hundreds of comments I got from people. And I was thanking everybody and made this whole big long post. And she said, because you believed. And I asked her, I said, well, what do you mean? And thankfully, she saw my reply. And she said, because you believe that prayer works, then it works.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say a prayer, you have to believe that it works. If not, what are you saying it for?
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, what's the point? That's just peeing in the wind if you saying a prayer and you don't believe it works,
Yeah. That's funny.
you know. It's like you peeing in the wind and it hits you right in the back of the face. I mean, Cam- Cameron says God's communication with the right people. Exactly.
Mhm.
Communications. And he says prayers do work. Amen to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do.
All right. So while I got, and I'm thankful my friend Cameron commented. So Cameron has a miracle story of his own. I met him through racing because I'm a dirt track announcer on the weekends at Tri County Speedway here in Alabama.
Oh, cool.
I met Cameron through dirt track racing, and Cameron's got a story where he was at Southern Raceway in Milton, Florida, and a guy's tire come off his car, a runaway tire, and the tire was running wide open and smoked him and hit him pretty hard, and they had to airlift him to the hospital. And God saved my friend Cameron that night. But that was a wild story. He can tell it better than I can. But
Wow.
and so while I got Cameron and everybody here, we got 4 people total once. So Cameron's watching the personal. So I got 2 songs I'm going to play, and I want you to tell everybody about the song "Virus" and then your other song there, what they're about.
Okay, so virus is basically kind of a combination of meanings. So part of it is lore for Theoterran because it's this whole like cyberpunk universe and basically Union City, it's kind of like against Union City, like, okay, Union City's trying to hack Theoterran and we've got to combat the virus. And then the other part of it is basically how how the devil is like a virus. He gets into your head and tries to tell you lies and tries to tempt you for things, and um you can't get rid of him without God. So
What?
that's virus.
That is awesome. I like that description. That's awesome. And then talk about your other one there, your other song.
So the other one's called Overthrow. That one just came out on September 13th. And that one is basically a lore song about overthrowing Union City Corporation, or, the government.
Hmm.
So it just kind of talks about how, they're wrong and they've caused all kinds of bad things to happen, and it's time for the Theoterrans, the rebellion, to overthrow them with the Cyber Vikings and everything. So it's kind of, yeah, it's just strictly lore.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
All
thank
right,
you.
so I'm gonna play Virus first,
Cool.
and y'all go to Amazon Music, type in Theoterran. You can pay for a download. It's cheap, 99 cents, and then a lot of new songs are $1.29. You can also buy CDs. Where can they buy merch? Website?
So it's just theoterran.com. And then we also have a Bandcamp, and you can get the songs and album and stuff on there too.
Okay. So it's better to go to Bandcamp because instead of supporting conglomerate millionaire that owns Amazon, you can go to Bandcamp and support the band directly.
Yeah, don't support Union City.
Yes, please don't. Please don't. So, all right. So let me go in here. I'm going to play this Virus, and y'all leave your comments on what you think. Thanks for watching, Cameron. We got four people total. Two on my personal page now. So everybody tell me what y'all think of these songs here. There's the website.
You sink into my head, corrupting my conscience. You sink into my veins, infecting my system. You sink into my bones.
Eradicate the virus before it spreads around. We need an antivirus, melting the systems down. You sink into my heart. I don't want your darkness. You sink into my flesh, causing disease.
Cyber Vikings. Cellnet has detected a virus.
Wow. That's awesome. All right, let me stop it.
Thank you.
Wow, that's cool. That's a great song. Y'all go to Bandcamp. David's got the link. I got it highlighted. Theoterran.bandcamp.com. Y'all got to go get you a copy. Cameron says, awesome. I feel it. That is pretty special. She is a keeper. That's awesome. Thanks, Cameron. So I got one more. Stay in for this next song, Cameron. You'll like this next one. Man, that is cool. All right. And
Thank you.
so one cool thing is, me and so I work with Jason Katz. I don't think he's in here tonight, but Jason is the one who owns Quake Radio. Quake stands for King Without a Crown Every Day with a K,
Cool.
which is cool. And one of our slogans is where music is therapy. And case in point, what Cameron just commented, music is therapy. And then our other slogan, which this is my favorite one out of the two, is being a beacon of light in the darkness. So y'all's music is being a beacon of light in the darkness because the devil has so many people twisted and has so many people going down his route. People need to listen to awesome music like that because it's a beacon of light in the darkness.
Thanks.
No
That's
problem. And then I just added those two songs to our radio station. So if anybody wants to listen to the radio station, you can download the Live 365 app. It's a music app where you can search any kind of radio station in the world. And you want to listen to country, you type in country, it'll find country radio stations. You go in there and you type Quake Radio, and you will find our online radio station. We're 24/7. And now Jason, I'm in charge because Jason's moving and he's been going through a lot, so he doesn't have time to do it. So now I'm in charge of what plays during the day. We play our Christian worship in the morning, but what really gets me excited and moving is now from 11, so 7 hours a day, from starting at 11 a.m. We play Christian, a little bit of Christian worship, and then Christian rap music, underground Christian rap music, and then we play Christian rock music. And I got a bunch of Christian rock music, so it's called a clock wheel, which is, I didn't know what a clock wheel was because it's a big word for a redneck boy like me. But a clock wheel, and Jason had to explain it to me, you add different genres of music to the clock wheel, and it randomizes the music throughout the day. So we have a genre for CHH, which is Christian hip hop, your Christian rap music, that kind of thing. Then we got one for love, which is like your K-Love type music. And then we got one we have one for our Midnight Mayhem show, which is, we play it starting at midnight. We play Christian rock music all night till in the early morning, which is cool. And we have a Facebook for that, Midnight Mayhem. But now we have both of those songs added to that as well. So if you're up at midnight and want to hear some great music, you tune in. Now, sadly, I can't tell you when their songs will be played because it's randomized. I wish I could. Eventually, I'll be able to do that because I can make a playlist when I do a live show.
Oh, that's cool.
And we have JT Clegg gonna come on, and he's gonna do a Christian rock show live. He's already got a name he's gonna come up with and a design. And so JT's gonna come on and do a Christian rock show. And I want to eventually do one too, because I've been wanting to do one for a while, but I'm just so busier. I'm busier than a one-armed trombone player. Don't even describe it. You ever seen a guy with one arm trying to play the trombone?
No.
If I ever see anybody with one arm playing the trombone, I am buying that boy a steak dinner and shaking his hand. That's talent.
Now you gotta Google it.
Oh, I'm gonna Google it, and I bet you somebody's already done it.
Probably.
That's like
Man.
the other one I use is busier than a one-arm paper hanger with a case of the hives.
Oh.
Imagine a guy with one arm trying to hang paper. I can't do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not that creative. I can't make up these things.
That's funny. All right, so let's play Overthrow. Let's get crunk.
You are not our government. Your lies are hardly heaven sent. So high above, people below, immune to those that you control. So high above, we're down below, watching you fall in the
Well, I guess it just wants to play again.
Oh, wow. Hey, that was awesome. Shit, look, y'all let us know what you think of that song. She's got a beautiful heavenly voice. That is good stuff there.
Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, y'all leave your comments there. So I know you fixing to get ready to go. You got a meeting to go to. So but thanks for coming on the show. You got anybody else you want to shout out?
Thanks for having me. Well, everybody. I wish Pataconi could have been on here with me. I miss you, brother. And you know, thank you to my husband also, who helped write the lore and everything for Theoterran. And thank you for having me on here, because this was fun and awesome. Thanks for
Oh, this is. And Cameron says, "Awesome. Keep up the great work. Have to get back to work. Keep digging."
Aw, thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And thank you for everyone that will watch later.
Yes. So look, this is what we're gonna plan on. So we're gonna plan a show where we can get you and David both on at the same time, and we'll have a Bible discussion.
That sounds good.
Whenever he's feeling good, he whoops that C word. Whenever y'all want to do it, y'all let me know.
Sounds good.
So you want to say a prayer to end the show?
All right. Dear Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you for Jared and his radio shows and the live shows, and for everybody watching, all the fans, and for my brother Pataconi and my husband. And Jesus, just continue to watch over us, everybody that's watching, everybody that even if they're not watching now, watch over them, provide for them. Jesus, show yourself to the people that may not know you. Thank you for everything that you do for us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Y'all go to Theoterran. David said he's down for it. Y'all go to Theoterran.com, buy some merch, buy some music, buy some CDs. Says love you, Jared. Thanks again, bro. Man, I love you too, man. God's great, man. He puts people in everybody's life for a reason, and I'm glad I've met y'all through through Christian music because I mean it, and everybody needs to listen to their music. It's 10 times better than all that stupid crap and garbage that's played on mainstream radio. As far as I'm concerned, put that crap in a dark, dark closet somewhere, lock the door, and never bring it back out. And get this stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. Well, we'll see you later. Appreciate it.
Thank you. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Hey, that was awesome, y'all. Thank you, David. Yeah, man. That was cool, man. I forgot to mention this before she got off, but y'all pray for my little buddy Remington, my cat. He's over there asleep behind me. I don't know if you can see him over there. Yeah, you see him over there asleep. He hasn't been doing too good. He's been throwing up a good bit, and some of it's clear, some of it's like food, whatever. And I don't know. Just say some prayers. My mom's gonna take him to the vet tomorrow and see if they can squeeze him in and see if I can find out what's wrong with my buddy because he's been doing it quite a while and he's doing it with different brands of cat food. So I know it's not the cat food because the stuff I buy is super, super expensive. It's almost $30 a bag. So, but y'all keep my little buddy in your prayers. I love my cat, man. If I'm ever down, my cat's always there for me. Of course, God is too. I appreciate everybody watching. Wow, it's been great. I didn't have the 10 people I wanted, but that's okay. There'll be people that come in and watch the show after. And I really, 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 really enjoyed having her on. Like I enjoyed having David on too. So that goes in my top list of people who's been on my show. She's in my really good list, and I've had everybody's been on my show is awesome, but I just put that in my top list of shows that I've had that went really, really fast and not fast, but it went really smoothly, I should say. So y'all go buy the music, Theoterran. If you and donate to David's link there, if you want to donate to help him out, he's struggling with that horrible C word. And if you want to donate to the radio station, go to quakeradio.com because we're just a small online radio station. We don't make no money from it, so we're just a small radio station struggling to get known. Its station's been out there several years, but now Jason has me on the team, and we got Mitchell. Of course, John helps with promotion, and then Adam. When Adam gets to come on our show on Wednesdays, Adam helps with that. So appreciate all them and John, and of course JT Clegg's joining the team. Can't wait to JT to announce his radio show's name. And I don't know if he's going to go live for an hour or 2 hours, but he'll be live on air. And so I think 2 hours would be great for a show. If I had more time, I would definitely do me a show, but I just don't. Mondays and Sunday nights are the only nights that I have really free. Because I do this on Tuesday nights, and then I also do this on Mondays if I can on Tuesdays, or sometimes I'll have them back to back. I'll show Monday and then one Tuesday. And then, of course, Wednesday nights, I do the We Are the Three Wise Men podcast with Jason Mitchell. Adam comes on sometimes, John comes on, and then whoever wants to be a guest. We have different topics, but we're live on Quake Radio's Facebook, Quake Radio's YouTube, and then Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries. And we have a Facebook page for We Are the Wise Men too. And if you want to send in your song to be played on the radio station, We Are the Three Wise Men at yahoo.com. Send it in. That's the email for the podcast. So that one doesn't have as much clutter as one of the others. So send your music to that, and I'll get it put on the air. As long as it's Christian music, and I got several Christian rock artists as my friends on here, and I listen to Christian worship some. It's got to be upbeat. It's got to be somebody like Jordan Felice. Like he could sing a song about dog food, and I'd like it. He's just that talented. I love Jordan Felice. I love New Song. There's so many different bands I listen to. The Newsboys is one of my all-time favorites, next to Striper and Red. And but most of the stuff like Caleb, most of the stuff that they play, we play the stuff they don't play. And of course, we may play some stuff they play, but for the most part, they don't play Christian rock. They don't play Christian rap music. We play the stuff. I just love this style, these styles better than the Christian worship. It's more exciting. It's more upbeat. I also got great messages in all the genres. I just prefer the Christian rock. Throwing down for Jesus and the Christian rap. Um, I listen to country, southern rock, and country rap and bluegrass, but Christian music is my favorite. And then, of course, country is a pretty close second. And I can rap a Christian rap song if I listen to it long enough. I can rap that whole entire song word for word, like that song "Lights Out" by 7T. I can rap that song. We play it on the station. I can rap it word for word, just about. ASAP Preach. I mean, he's one of my favorites next to Nikki Gracious. I can rap some of their stuff, like the song "Sinner Saved" by Nikki Gracious. I love the. It's a song. You just have to watch the video, but the song is pretty awesome. It talks about his faith and what he went through getting out of prison. And he was in a gang, and Nikki went to prison for like close to 20 years and got out, got saved, and now he does Christian rap music. But I love the verse at the end when he says, these Christian rappers, they flip the script, and these boys scared to say the name of Jesus. I'm going to scream his name so loud they're going to have to turn me down, otherwise I'm going to pop the speakers. Man, that just preaches, because you got some artists out there that are scared to say the name of Jesus. And when he said that, I said, "Oh, he just snapped. He just went off. He said what a lot of us are thinking." So that was cool. But anyways, I'm gonna end the show. I got two people watching, but I don't know who you are unless you comment. David may still be watching. I'm not sure. But thank you, David. Thank you, Tony. Let's see who else. Cameron, Billy Bob Otto was in there to begin with. Let's see who else. I tagged a whole bunch of people. I like to know when people's watching. Tony Viggins. Shout out Tony. Music Crush Monday. Go buy you a hat. MusicCrushMonday.com. I think that's the name of the website. Look at that. Patriotic. Red, white, and blue. I love my hat, Tony. I don't wear it a lot because it's so nice and clean that I don't want to get it dirty. So I wear it to special stuff or when I'm live. And so shout out to all of them. Shout out to Jason, owner of Quake Radio. Jason is the reason that I have this show, live show, because he does the StreamYard. So thank you, Jason, for doing the StreamYard and helping produce and all that. And thank you, Monica Soe. Wow, I thought it was So, but I'm glad she said Soe. That sounds so much cooler. Monica Soe with Theoterran. Y'all go like Theoterran's Facebook. I've already commented and pinned it. And then also go to bandcamp.com and go type in Theoterran and find the music, or go to that link David posted. Buy the music. Go buy the merch from Theoterran.com, their own website. And yeah, anybody else got anything? If not, got any questions about the radio station, anything like that? Yeah, David's down for doing a double show with Monica. I am too. So next Tuesday, I believe I have Brad Gill with 3030 Ministries next Tuesday. Brad Gill, I've already interviewed him. Go to my YouTube, Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries on YouTube. Y'all share my videos. I don't think I've had anybody share my videos, except for like if it was band music that I record a band live and one of the fans shared. That's about it. Usually it's me that shares the videos, and if you have shared my videos, I appreciate it. It means a lot. But share my videos if you see one you like. I got concerts, coon hunts. I've got fishing. There's one with me and Matt squirrel hunting, didn't get anything. And I ain't got no fishing videos yet, but that's coming. Maybe me and my best friend Josh or Matt and Levon and get some fishing videos soon. But yeah, y'all share my videos. But I interviewed Brad Gill with 3030 Ministries. I interviewed him at the World Deer Expo It was either the World Deer Expo or Buckmasters. I think it was it was a World Deer Expo because my dad wasn't with me. But I interviewed him, and they have a ministry called 3030 Ministries where they have camps. They'll have deer camp. They'll have like fishing camps, wherever they're hosting at, whoever gets to host. And they have these camps for kids who are less fortunate. They can't. I can't remember if it's disabled kids or if it's kids. It's just like less fortunate. Their family don't have a lot of money, income, that kind of thing, and so they introduce kids to the outdoors. And it's a great ministry. Go watch that interview. Brad Gill, he says it. He'll talk about it in the interview on my YouTube. All you gotta do is search Coon Hunters Outdoor Ministries. And so, yeah, I believe if everything works out, Brad Gill will be live with me next Tuesday, and I may have a guest Monday. Maybe Dreaded Dale, the Christian rock group, may have the lead singer Mikey of Dreaded Dale. I ain't 100% sure on that if he's free, but I'm gonna line him up for a date because he's excited. He wants to do a date with me, come on the show, and then I may have another one for the Tuesday after. I'm not sure yet, but I do know Brad Gill. We're working on him for next Tuesday. So thank y'all. I got to go watch the vice presidential debate. Hopefully Vance kicks the other guy's butt. Uh, See y'all later. God loves you. Jesus saves. Thanks for sharing the live. We still got 2 people in here. I can't believe it. Thanks for those that liked, commented, shared, subscribed. Thank you, Tony, for sharing. I did see my buddy Tony Viggins share. So thank you, Tony. I love you, man. All right. See y'all later.